Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mayfield down. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He'll take this to the 46.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Six yards left on 2nd down. On the counter, here's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another 1st there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution of it.
Jones hit in the ball zone, but fortunately a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now he dumps this off over the middle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Play number 9 now on this third down. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Caught on the right side by Jones. Touchdown, Panthers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Elijah Moore now bringing it out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Falcons first and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at the 20.
Ultra. Check you.
On play action, they'll throw. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 4. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Elijah Moore, 56 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here, the first down.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A first carry for Tyler Algier. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Algier will try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 7-7, our score after. Back now in Atlanta's 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's brought down. Gain of 13 down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Yellow, go. 6, Mega. Cheetah.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Tyler Algier. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield delivers another one to Pierce. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the delay, Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's Mayfield. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
Pause red.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Hey, cross you. Ready.
On 2nd, here's Algier. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here we go, set. Check, smash. Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And complete to Drake London. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Ready. Steal. Check, steal.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Falcons at 4-3, a game over 500. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
To return is Roberts. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Mayfield. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Algier now up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the Falcons and Panthers, of course, division rivals. But it wasn't a great year for either offense last year, that's for sure. Look at the final numbers. The Falcons, they were 29th in the league in total yardage. The Panthers were 30th. Certainly both looking for an uptick here in 2022. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Algier going straight ahead. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run for it with Algier. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Touchdown, Carolina! Alec Pierce as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. That's a prime example of the danger that Baker Mayfield presents when he's able to get outside of the pocket.
And we see many quarterbacks do this in the league. A lot of them have that good mobility, but we see them, they're more like striders, right? There's a smoothness to them. When I watch Baker Mayfield, everything is sharp, hard, aggressive, and he turns it into a big-time shot downfield in a monster play.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. We'll We'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense. Finding
space at the 40, and he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw again. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Mayfield now. Left side, he finds Pierce. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You don't always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did. Good. I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And they'll work this down inside the 30. 2nd and 2. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And this one is incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they send the tight end in motion left. They'll run here with Algier. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 3 quarters in the books.
Ready.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Algier again, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, but the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. He'll look to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mayfield on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that's complete to the right side. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. It's been a struggle for the guys on defense trying to figure out how to get off the field And now after that run, they're confronted with at least 4 more plays.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield buying time to his left. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tommy Trimble, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
39 yards there, a big one.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller, because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are right back in this football game.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He put it on the carpet, a fumble. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free. Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are right back in this football game.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. And he loses the football a second time. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Credit Corey Littleton blowing that play up. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, that move's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Ready, play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they'll add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Here's Baker. Able to connect with Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Mayfield to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Mayfield. Thomas brings it in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Now Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mayfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Mayfield keeps it himself. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now Mayfield. And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
And not only did they score, they tied the game. That means...
Yep, the PAT now can win it. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it.